Good morning, students. Hoping you are all doing well during this lockdown. Without wasting time, hope you are concentrating on the studies. Already, Dr. Chandrakant Patil sir and Srishal sir have spoken about this program. So, I directly switch over to my subject. In chemistry, in class 12, physical, inorganic and organic, all the three sections have almost equal, but organic chemistry is going to be having a maximum weightage. So I am starting today's class with organic chemistry itself. In physical chemistry, there are 5 topics: solid state, solution, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics and surface chemistry. Like that, inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, there is a maximum weightage. Here the first topic is haloalkanes and halorines. In addition to that, there are so many other topics related to different functional groups. After haloalkanes and halorines, another topic that is important, that is compounds containing oxygen, that is alcohol, phenols and ethers. After that, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Next one, compound containing nitrogen, that includes amines, cyanides, diazonium salts, nitro compounds. Later to that, we have biomolecules, polymers and chemistry in everyday life. So today we will start with the topic that is haloalkanes and halorines. Haloalkanes and halorines. Why we need to study about this topic, haloalkanes and halorines? As you know very well, these organic compounds play a very vital role in our daily life. Many of the compounds are going to be used as medicines. Many of the compounds are going to be used as insecticides, pesticides, and so many compounds are going to be used directly or indirectly in our daily life. I think one of the known compound which was in news recently, I think you heard about this compound, that is HCQ. During this lockdown, many of the people are going to be knowing about this HCQ, that is hydroxychloroquine. And this particular drug was effective against this COVID-19. Because of that reason, many of the organic compounds containing halogens are going to be used as medicines. Basically, chloroquine is a compound which was effective against malaria. And hydroxychloroquine is going to be, they are going to be treating this one, the patients who are going to be suffering from COVID-19. Hydroxychloroquine is going to be one of the effective drug. They are going to be still, it is going to be in use. So like that, many compounds, even insecticides, pesticides, one of the known insecticide which was used earlier, that was DDT, the dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. So that is also an organic compound containing halogen. Like that, number of organic compound containing halogens are going to be used even today, directly or indirectly. So that is the reason why we have to study about this particular topic, haloalkanes and halorines. Basically, students, in this topic we need to concentrate first on introduction part. After that, the classification of these haloalkanes and halorine compounds. And after classification, we have to go with nomenclature. How to write IUPAC name for those haloalkanes and halorines. About that, already you have studied in detail in class 11th. Again, we have to discuss based on the halogen compounds, both aliphatic compounds and aromatic compounds. Next to that, we need to concentrate on the type of the bonding between carbon and halogen atom, that plays very important role in the properties. Next to that, the methods of preparations of haloalkanes as well as halorines. There are a number of methods for the preparation of both the haloalkanes as well as halorines, including some of the named reactions. We are preparing these haloalkanes from different types of alcohols. So many methods of preparations are going to there, but basically we have to start with alcohols. And after that, the physical properties of these haloalkanes and haloarenes. Physical properties includes the physical state of the compound, the color of the compound, density of the compound, solubility of those compounds, melting point, boiling point, etc. And after that, we have to concentrate on the chemical properties. That is the most important part of this topic. In all the functional group related compounds, physical chemical properties plays very important role. So chemical properties of all the compounds, haloalkanes and haloarenes, how they react with the different types of reagents, how they react with the different types of compounds. So we have to discuss in detail about the chemical properties of haloalkanes and haloarenes. After that, we have to concentrate on polyhalogen compounds. We come across with polyhalogen compounds, that is compounds containing more number of halogen atoms. Preparation of those polyhalogen compounds as well as properties of those polyhalogen compound we need to discuss. So these are the things to be concentrated on this topic, that is haloalkanes as well as haloarenes. So one of the most important topic in almost all competitive examinations including NEET as well as JEE, minimum of, in case of NEET examination, minimum of 1 or 2 questions will be there from this topic, haloalkanes and haloarenes. If you concentrate on my class completely till completion of this particular topic, as sir already mentioned, these topics will not be repeated next because of shortage of time. So if you concentrate on this one, again after commencement of regular classes, once we start with the NEET classes, there will be no any problem related to these corresponding topics. So it needs your attention as well as regularity to concentrate on these particular topics. So first we'll start with the introduction of these haloalkanes as well as haloarenes. As the name itself indicates, haloalkanes. Halo refers to it is a halogen part, alkane means it is a hydrocarbon part. Haloalkanes are the derivatives of alkane compounds, in which one or more hydrogen atoms of the alkanes are replaced by halogen atom. For example, if we go with one simple compound, that is CH4, methane. Methane has totally 4 hydrogen atom. If you replace one of the hydrogen atom, that is one hydrogen atom is going to be replaced by one particular halogen atom, you will get the compound that is CH3X. Now this compound is commonly called as haloalkane. These compounds are also called as alkyl halides. Alkyl halide actually is a common nomenclature, alkyl halide. Here this group CH3 group is commonly known as alkyl group, that is methyl group, and X is going to be corresponding halide. So these alkyl halides are the corresponding compounds where one or more hydrogen atom from the alkanes are replaced by this particular halogen atom. When this particular methanes are represented by general formula CnH2n plus 2, then you can imagine the formula applicable for alkyl halide, that is one hydrogen atom is going to be replaced by one halogen atom. These compounds are commonly called as monohaloalkane. Like that, again from this compound, if you replace one of the hydrogen atom by another one halogen atom, so these compounds are CH2X2. These are commonly known as dihaloalkane. Like that, trihaloalkanes, next one tetrahaloalkanes. So number of different type of compounds are going to be possible. So first we have to concentrate on this alkyl halides. Alkyl halides are also commonly known as haloalkane, where halo is going to be the corresponding halogen atom. It may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and next one is going to be iodine. Out of these 4 halogen atoms, usually the compounds of fluorine are very rare. Compounds of fluorine will come related to the compounds of fluorine we'll discuss later, but we have having maximum compounds containing chlorine, bromine, and next one is going to be iodine. It is mainly because of electronegativity. It is mainly because of its bond length between carbon and corresponding halogen atom. Because of that reason, we are having maximum number of compounds related to chlorine, bromine as well as iodine. So compounds of fluorine are going to be very less. Now, in case of this alkyl halides, here alkyl halides, if you are going to be further, it is going to be halogenated, you will get dihaloalkane, trihaloalkane, and corresponding tetrahaloalkane. Those are also going to be called as polyhaloalkane compounds. Now, In case of these compounds, haloalkanes as well as haloarenes. Haloarenes means if you go with the aromatic compounds, haloarenes are nothing but the halogen derivatives of aromatic compounds. Now this is the most important aromatic compound, that is going to be benzene. If you replace one of the hydrogen atom from this one by a halogen atom, it gives rise to one compound, that is this compound is commonly called as haloarene, and it is going to be called as haloarene or the aromatics halogen substituted aromatic compound. So haloalkanes are the derivatives of alkanes, haloarenes are the derivatives of arene compounds. Arene compound is nothing but aromatic compound. One of the basic aromatic compound I had to be here, it is benzene. So in this benzene, if one hydrogen atom is replaced by one halogen atom, these compounds are commonly called as haloarene compounds. So both haloalkanes as well as haloarenes are going to be the derivatives of alkanes as well as arenes, where hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atoms. Either it may be chlorine or bromine or corresponding iodine atom. Now after this brief introduction to these haloalkanes as well as haloarene compounds, next we'll start with the classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Totally halogen substituted compounds. Halogen substituted compounds. So first here I will go with the halogen substituted compounds. Halogen substituted compounds. Totally in case of halogen substituted compounds, we have first one, that is aliphatic compounds. Aliphatic compounds. And next one is going to be aromatic compounds. Already I mentioned aliphatic compounds are those who are the derivatives of simple alkanes, and aromatic compounds are those which are going to be derivatives of arene compounds. In case of aliphatic compounds, we have various types. In this one, first one, in case of aliphatic compounds, these are commonly called as monohaloalkanes. Monohaloalkanes. Next to this one is dihaloalkanes. Dihaloalkanes. Monohaloalkanes, dihaloalkanes. Next one, trihaloalkanes. Trihaloalkanes. And after that, it is going to be either you can go with tetrahaloalkanes or polyhaloalkanes. Tetrahaloalkane compounds. So totally there are four types in case of aliphatic compounds: monohaloalkanes, dihaloalkanes, trihaloalkanes, and tetrahaloalkanes. Monohaloalkanes, as the name is going to be very clear. Mono means wherever it is single. The particular haloalkane compounds or halogen substituted compounds containing only one halogen atom is called as monohaloalkane. Only one halogen atom. Wherever the haloalkane compounds containing single halogen atom, those are commonly called as monohaloalkanes. Number of examples you can give for monohaloalkanes. One of the best example for monohaloalkane is going to be CH3, CH2, Cl. This is monohaloalkane. It is called as chloroethane. Number of compounds you can mention: CH3, CH, Br. This is CH3. It is called as 2-bromopropane. Isopropyl bromide is a common name, and these compounds are referred to be as monohaloalkanes. In case of dihaloalkanes, again we are having different types of monohaloalkane compounds based upon different categories. Dihaloalkanes are those compounds which contain two halogen atoms. Either two similar or two different halogen atoms are going to be present in case of dihaloalkanes. In case of dihaloalkanes, we have three different types. Dihaloalkane compounds are going to be having three different types. One is called as geminal dihalides. Geminal dihalides. Geminal dihalides are those halogen derivatives where halogen atom is present on the, in case of geminal dihalides, halogen atom is present on the same carbon atom. When the halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom, those are commonly called as geminal dihalides. This is CH3, it is CH, this is Cl, and this is going to be Cl. Now this is an example for geminate. Totally basically it is a dihalide. Why it is called a geminate dihalide means both the halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom. That is commonly called as geminal dihalides. Geminal dihalides are also considered as alkylidine halides. Alkyline halides. Geminal dihalides are also commonly called as alkyline. If you consider this one, it is called as ethylidine chloride. Second type of dihalide is vicinal dihalide. Vicinal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides are those organic compounds in which two halogen atoms are present on adjacent carbon atom. Not on any two carbon atom, totally it is adjacent carbon atom. This is the compound CH. Next, this is CH2, this is Cl, and this is Cl. So these two chlorine atoms are present on the adjacent carbon atom. So these compounds are commonly called as vicinal dihalides. You got the difference between geminal dihalides and vicinal dihalides. In geminal dihalides, halogen atoms, both the halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom. In vicinal dihalides, halogen atoms are present on the adjacent carbon atom. That is commonly called as vicinal dihalide. Again, we will come to nomenclature of these compounds later on. Next one, terminal dihalides. Terminal dihalides. What are terminal dihalides? These are also called as alpha omega dihalides. Terminal dihalides, alpha omega dihalides. In case of these compounds, halogen atom is present on the terminal carbon atom. CH2, this is CH2, this is CH2, and this is halogen, and this is going to be another halogen. Probably you are getting the difference between all these three class of compounds. Geminal dihalides where two halogen atoms present on the same carbon atom. Vicinal dihalides where halogen atoms are present on the adjacent carbon atom. And next one, the terminal dihalides where halogen atoms are present on the terminal carbon atom. So properties of these compounds is almost different. They will give different types of products when those compounds react with either potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide or with water. Different types of compounds are going to be produced because of the position of those two halogen atoms. So dihaloalkanes, three types are going to be there: geminal dihalides, vicinal dihalides, terminal dihalides. Trihaloalkanes, next class is going to be trihaloalkanes. As the name itself indicates, trihaloalkanes are those compounds where compound is going to be having three halogen atoms. Three halogen, so many compounds we have. It's a CHCl3. Commonly it is called as chloroform. Chloroform, one of the known compounds, CHCl3, and IUPAC name is going to be trichloromethane. You can replace chlorine by another halogen atom, that is Br. It is called as bromoform. So all these compounds are commonly called as trihaloalkane compounds, where the compound is having three halogen atoms. Tetrahaloalkanes, these are also comes under polyhaloalkane. One of the best example for tetrahaloalkane is CCl4. Can mention the name of this compound CCl4. It's carbon tetrachloride. Its IUPAC name is tetrachloromethane CCl4. And if you look into the another particular compound that is category, that is polyhalo compounds or polyhalo compounds or polyhaloalkane compounds. Polyhalo compounds. Polyhalo compounds where the compound is going to be somewhat complex, which contains more than three different types of halogen atom. So number of polyhalogen compounds we are having, that is DDT is going to be considered as one of the polyhalogen compound. Dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. Number of other compounds are going to be considered as polyhalogen compounds. Suppose if we come across with one compound C2F6. C2F6 is one of the compound. Actually, this C2F6 is going to be the derivative of ethane compound. Ethane, if I mention ethane compound, this is H, hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. This compound is basically ethane. In this compound C2F6, all the 6 hydrogen atoms are replaced by fluorine atoms. When all these 6 hydrogen atoms in any compound, if all the hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen atom, either it may be fluorine or chlorine or some other particular halogen atom, such compounds are commonly called as perhalohydrocarbons. So those compounds are commonly known as perhalohydrocarbons. What's the meaning of per? Per means every. So every hydrogen atom is replaced by the halogen atom. So this compound is commonly called as perhalohydrocarbon. And similarly, the particular name of this compound C3H6 is going to be, that is hexafluoro or perfluoroethane compound. This is commonly called as perfluoroethane compound. Similarly, CCl4 is also there, where the CCl4 is a derivative of methane compound, from which all the 4 hydrogen atoms are replaced by chlorine atoms. So this compound is also going to be regarded as perhalohydrocarbon. It is called as hydrocarbon only when this group is going to be derivative of the respective hydrocarbon. Since C2H6 as well as CCl4, these are commonly called as perhalohydrocarbons because all the hydrogen atoms are replaced by, here in compound fluorine is replacing and here chlorine is replacing. So these compounds are commonly called as perhalohydrocarbons. So in case of aliphatic, monohaloalkane, dihaloalkane, trihaloalkane, tetrahaloalkane, I have discussed about the classification of dihalo, trihalo as well as tetrahalo. But one of the important thing is the classification in case of monohaloalkane. That is most important. What are the different types of monohaloalkanes? In case of monohaloalkanes, based on the number of carbon atoms, we have 3 different types of monohaloalkanes. Based on the nature of carbon atom, based on nature of carbon, depending upon the nature of carbon atom, we have 3 different types of compounds. First one is known as primary alkyl halide. Primary, it is represented by 1 degree. Second one is secondary alkyl halide, secondary compound. It is represented by 2 degree. Next one, tertiary alkyl halide. Tertiary alkyl halide, it is 3 degree. What is the meaning of primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide and tertiary alkyl halide? So this is applicable for monohaloalkane. Primary alkyl halide is one where halogen atom is attached to the primary carbon atom. In any compound, if halogen atom is attached to the primary carbon atom, those compounds are referred to be as primary alkyl halides. If I go with a simple example, CH3, CH2, we can take Cl. It is an example for primary alkyl halide because this carbon atom is referred to be as primary carbon atom. If halogen atom is present on the primary carbon atom, it is commonly called as primary alkyl halide. Similarly, secondary alkyl halide is one where halogen atom is present on the secondary carbon atom. So this is an example for secondary alkyl halide where halogen atom is present on the secondary carbon atom. This carbon atom is referred to as secondary carbon atom, and the common name of this compound is isopropyl chloride. Next one, tertiary alkyl halide. Tertiary alkyl halide is one. This is CH3, CH3. Next one CH3 and next one it is Br. Now this compound is called as tertiary alkyl halide because halogen atom is present on the tertiary carbon atom. You know what is the meaning of primary carbon atom, secondary carbon atom and tertiary carbon atom? Primary carbon atom is one which is attached to one more carbon atom. Secondary carbon atom is one which is attached to 2 more carbon atoms, and tertiary carbon atom is one which is attached to 3 different carbon atoms. So depending upon the nature of primary, secondary and tertiary carbon atom, we have 3 different types of alkyl halides also. That is primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide as well as tertiary alkyl halide. If I go with example, CH3C, this is CH3, this one is CH3, next one CH2 and this is Cl. Now what type of alkyl halide it is? If you are observing this particular compound, it looks like tertiary alkyl halide, but actually it is going to be primary alkyl halide because halogen atom is present on the primary carbon atom. You need not to concentrate on this part, you have to concentrate on that carbon atom which is connected to halogen atom. Since this halogen atom is connected to primary carbon atom, so it is commonly called as primary alkyl halide. It's not considered as tertiary alkyl halide. We'll consider some of the examples to find out the different types of alkyl halides, primary, secondary, tertiary. In examination, they may come across questions maybe to find out the number of primary, secondary, tertiary halogen atoms or tertiary, primary, secondary, tertiary carbon atoms. So many different types of compounds we come across here. CH3, this is CH, this is CH, this is CH, next one CH, this is CH2, next one CH2. it is CH3. Next, this is Cl. Next one CH3. Okay, this is Cl. In this compound, how many primary, secondary and tertiary chlorine atoms are present in this molecule? Now if you look at this particular chlorine atom, this chlorine atom is going to be secondary one. Now this one is going to be chlorine atom, it is commonly called as primary. Now this particular chlorine atom is going to be connected to the secondary carbon atom, so it is commonly called as secondary chloride. So after mentioning particular compound, they may ask about to find out the number of primary, secondary and tertiary halogen atoms. If you look at this particular compound, this is one organic compound containing halogen, chlorine. This is chlorine, this is chlorine, it is chlorine, chlorine. Every position is going to be accompanied by chlorine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if you consider this one, what is the nature of chlorine atom present in this particular compound? All halogen atoms are found to be chlorine. So what is the nature of this particular compound halogen atom and what is the name of this compound? We will discuss about name of this compound. Let us try to solve this one. What is the total number of primary, secondary and tertiary chlorine atoms as well as its IUPAC name of this particular compound. In examination they may give different types of compound to find out the number of primary, secondary and tertiary halogen atoms. We will come across with nomenclature of that compound. These are the three types of halogen derivatives based on the nature of carbon atom: primary, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides. Now another classification of monohaloalkanes is found to be based on hybridization of carbon atom. Depending upon the hybridization of carbon atom, we have different types of alkyl halides, especially monohaloalkanes. You have to concentrate, it is a hybridization of only carbon atom, not any other atom, only based upon hybridization of carbon atom. Already in class 11 we have studied about different types of hybridization. Here very simple, we have got sp3 hybridized carbon atom, sp2 and next one is going to be sp hybridized carbon atom. In related to this one, we have different states of hybridization, but here in our discussion it is related to only sp3, sp2 and sp. In addition to this one, we have dsp2, sp3d2, sp3d3. So many different types of hybridations we have. So now depending upon the nature of hybridization of the carbon atom, we have different types of halogen derivatives. First halogen derivative is this one based on the carbon atom, that is haloalkanes with sp3 hybridization. Haloalkanes with sp3 hybridization. Now in case of this one, halogen is attached to only sp3 hybridized carbon atom. You know, generally sp3 hybridized carbon atom is one which is going to be connected to generally single bond. So here sp3 hybridization means that halogen is going to be connected to only sp3 hybridized carbon atom. Again in this one we have different types. First one, it is commonly called as simply alkyl halide. Already we have discussed about this one, alkyl halide. In case of this alkyl halide, whether you go with the primary, secondary and tertiary, so all alkyl halides are going to be the sp3 hybridized carbon atom. The best example for this one, CH3, CH2, this is I. Here this carbon atom has got sp3 hybridized carbon atom. So all alkyl halides, whether it is primary or secondary or tertiary, all are going to be belonging to this category. Next one, if I go with CH3, CH, this is CH2, this one is going to be Br, CH3, this is CH3. So this particular hybridization of this carbon atom is also found to be sp3. So all type of alkyl halides belongs to this category, that is sp3 hybridized carbon atom. Second category it is found to be, that is allyl halides. Allyl halides. In case of allyl halides, the compounds, that is CH2 double bond CH, this is CH2 and Cl. Carefully observe this particular compound. Halogen is attached to this carbon atom, but hybridization of this carbon atom is going to be sp3. Another carbon atom is going to be that is going to be sp2 hybridized carbon atom. in any particular compound, if halogen is connected to sp3 hybridized carbon atom, which is further connected to sp2 hybridized carbon atom, so both carbon atoms are found to be sp2 here. So such type of compounds are generally commonly known as allyl halides. So alkyl halide and allyl halide, in case of these two compound difference is alkyl halides are the derivatives of alkenes, but these are the derivatives of alkene compounds where two carbon atoms are found to be sp2, and the condition is that the atom which is connected to the carbon atom which is connected to halogen atom, that must have adjacent carbon atom must have sp2 hybridized carbon atom. These compounds are commonly called as allyl halides. Next one, another type of compound that is based upon sp3 hybridization is going to be, that is benzylic halides. Benzylic halides. Actually, benzylic halides belongs to aromatic type, but here based on hybridization we consider this one as the sp3 hybridization category. Benzylic halides, you know very well, this is the compound of benzene where three alternate double bonds will be there. What is the state of hybridization of this carbon atom? This one. All these 6 carbon atoms are found to be sp2, but we are considering sp3 because one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by another particular carbon atom, that is CH12, right? And this is found to be Cl. What is the state of hybridization of this carbon atom? It is sp2 or sp3. This is found to be sp3 hybridized carbon atom. Why it is sp3 hybridized carbon atom? Because it is connected to only single bond, so it is found to be sp3. So this particular compound also belongs to, that is the compounds containing sp3 hybridization. So in this one, totally we have alkyl halides. Next one is allyl halides. Next one is going to be benzyl halide, benzylic halides. In this benzylic halides, this carbon atom is going to be sp3, and that particular compound generally it is found to be sp3 hybridized. So these compounds are going to be comes under sp3 hybridization. Second compound is found to be, second category is found to be compounds having sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization. Now we are classifying the haloalkane compounds based on hybridization. Here first one we have discussed about sp3, next one is going to be sp2. In case of sp2 hybridization, halogen should be bonded to the carbon atom which is sp2 hybridized. First type of compound is going to be vinylic halides. Vinylic halides. What are vinylic halides? Here, if you go with the compound CH2 double bond CH, and this is Cl. In this compound CH2 double bond CHCl, hybridization of this carbon atom one can identify very easily, that is sp2. So here halogen atom is attached to sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Such compounds are commonly called as vinyl halide, and this compound is commonly known as vinyl chloride. Vinyl chloride. What is the polymeric product of vinyl chloride? Polymeric product of vinyl chloride, you know very well, this is known as PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride. This is going to be used in the manufacture of pipes for the transportation of different products. So PVC polyvinyl chloride, which is obtained from the polymerization of vinyl chloride. So what are vinylic halides? Halogen is attached to sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Those are commonly called as vinylic halides. Next one, second type is going to be arene compounds are going to be there. In case of these haloarene compounds, directly it is going to be haloarene compounds. In these particular haloarene compounds, this is benzene compound where halogen is directly attached on the benzene ring. Now what is the state of hybridization of this carbon atom? It is going to be sp2. What is the state of hybridization of this carbon atom? Similar type of compound. Here halogen is attached to sp3 and here halogen is attached to sp2 hybridized carbon atom. So these particular compounds will haloarenes as well as vinylic halides belongs to this sp2 hybridized carbon atom. So this is also aromatic. This one is also aromatic. Actually these are not aliphatic compounds. These compounds are generally called as aromatic compounds because of benzene ring. Now third type of halogen substitute compounds based on hybridization is going to be sp hybridized. sp hybridized. Here the halogen atom is present on the sp hybridized carbon atom. One simple example I will mention here. This is CH3 C triple bond C. This is going to be C. CH3C triple bond Cl. So halogen is attached to this carbon atom whose state of hybridization is going to be sp. So these are the compounds, these are the halogen derivatives which comes under sp hybridization. So totally based on hybridization we have sp3 hybridized haloalkanes, alkyl halides, aryl halides and benzylic halides. Next one is going to be sp2 hybridization. In this one vinylic halides we have. Next one is going to be haloarenes, and after that it is going to be sp hybridization where halogen is bonded to this sp hybridized carbon atom. So this is about the classification of haloalkanes as totally halogen substituted compounds. Another part is there, that is haloarene compounds. We will come across that haloarenes after complete discussion of these alkyl halides, that is aliphatic substituted compounds. Already two examples I have mentioned based on sp2 and corresponding sp3 and sp2 hybridization. Those compounds are commonly called as haloarene compounds. Next one, nomenclature of haloalkanes. Nomenclature of haloalkanes and haloarenes. How to write IUPAC name of these haloalkanes as well as haloarene compounds. In class 11 itself we have completed about the naming of different types of organic compounds including haloalkanes and haloarenes. Since it's a part of this separate topic, so we have to concentrate on this nomenclature of haloalkanes as well as haloarene compounds. Haloalkanes, first if you go with haloalkane compounds, first one, as I have mentioned very clearly, in case of this haloalkanes, common nomenclature is going to be alkyl halide, and IUPAC name itself is going to be considered as haloalkane compound. Suppose if I go with one simple compound, very primitive example, CH3Cl. In case of CH3Cl, the total number of carbon atom is going to be only one. This is the only one carbon atom. So what is the common name of this compound? Common name, first I will mention about the common name. This group is commonly called as methyl group. Methyl is nothing but it is an alkyl group, and this part is commonly called as chloride. So common name of this compound is going to be methyl chloride. Methyl chloride, instead of this one, here I mention this one as alkyl halide, where methyl group is a alkyl group and halide is nothing but chloride. So alkyl halide is a common system of nomenclature, whereas haloalkane comes under IUPAC system of nomenclature. Now what is the name of this particular compound? Here this particular chlorine should be taken as the prefix, so it is called as chloromethane. Chloro is a prefix, that is halo derivative, and alkane is going to be the compound containing only one carbon atom, that is commonly as methane compound. It's very simple example. CH3, this is CH2, this one is CH2, this is Br. This is one numbering, this is second carbon atom, this is third carbon atom. Here I will not go in depth how to start numbering and all those things because it is already completed. 1, 2, 3 halogen atom is present on the first carbon atom. It is commonly known as IUPAC name of this compound is 1-bromopropane. Propane is because of 3 carbon atoms, 1-bromopropane. What's the common name of this compound? It's N-propyl bromide. Common name is N-propyl bromide, normal propyl bromide. Next one, another compound CH3, this is CH2, this is CH. Next one CH2, next one CH2 and Br. Now if you observe this compound, this is first, second, third, fourth, 5. So totally 5 carbon atoms are there. 5 carbon atom means bromine atom is present in the first carbon atom. It is called as 1-bromopentane, and common name of this compound is called as N-pentyl bromide. N-pentyl bromide. Simultaneously, you have to copy all these things in your notebooks. Next compound CH3, CH3. This is Cl. What's the name of this compound? Is it primary, secondary or tertiary? So first this one and this one. First three examples are going to be primary alkyl halide. This one is an example for secondary alkyl halide. It is 1, 2, 3. It is 2-chloropropane. 2-chloropropane. 2 is a number because on which on that carbon atom chlorine atom is present. Chloro is the respective halogen. Propane is because of 3 carbon atom. What's the common name of this compound? It's isopropyl chloride. Common name of this compound is isopropyl chloride. This is very simple thing because already it is studied in class level. ISO. When it is called as ISO should be used when similar groups are present on the carbon atom containing particular halogen atom. Next one, CH3. This is CH. This is CH. Next one CH3. This is Cl, and it is CH2. Here numbering should be from this carbon atom because chlorine is going to be very here 1, 2, 3, 4. Its name is going to be 2-chlorobutane. 2-chlorobutane is the IUPAC name of this compound. And what's the common name of this particular compound? It's a secondary butyl chloride. Secondary butyl chloride. Secondary. Why it is called as butyl? Butyl is because of the presence of 4 carbon atoms. CH3, this is CH3, next one is CH, and this is Cl. One of the common compound will come across in case of so many reactions. So here, what's the IUPAC name of this compound? Numbering, this is 1, or you can start with this one, or you can start with even this one also. This is the second one. Third one here or here, you can go with that one. So 1, 2, 3, this is one substituent, this is going to be another substituent. So both substituents are present on the same second carbon atom. So first chloro, next one methyl. So complete name is 2-chloro. And second carbon atom chlorine is present. 2-methyl. 2-chloro, 2-methyl. Second carbon atom methyl is there. Next one is going to be propane. 2-chloro, 2-methyl propane because longest it consists of 3 carbon atom. And you know very well, common name of this compound is tertiary butyl chloride. Tertiary butyl chloride. Wherever you are going to be having doubts, probably no question of doubts in case of this compound because it is a simple thing. Even though if you are having any type of doubts, you can, as sir mentioned already, you can raise your doubts in another particular group. Next compound CH3. Already I have mentioned about this compound in classification of compounds CH3, CH2, Br. Now, what's the nature of this compound? Is it primary, secondary, tertiary? This one is going to be tertiary. You know very well. This is halogen atom present on the tertiary carbon atom. This one is secondary. This one is going to be secondary. About this one already I have mentioned. So this compound is commonly primary alkyl halide because halogen is present on the primary carbon atom. The nomenclature of this compound, number 1 goes to this carbon atom, second one here, third one here. And second carbon atom, 2 substituents are present, both are found to be methyl. So we shall start with 1 bromo. 1 bromo. Next one, it is 2, 2 dimethyl. 1 bromo, 2, 2 dimethyl. Second carbon atom, 2 methyl groups are there. 1 bromo, 2, 2 dimethyl propane. That is a IUPAC name of this compound, and common name of this compound is neopentyl bromide. Neopentyl bromide. It looks like tertiary alkyl halide, but actually it is going to be primary alkyl halide because the halogen atom is present on the primary carbon atom, so it is commonly called as neopentyl bromide. Like this, we come across with different types of haloalkanes containing single substituent, single halogen atom, containing more than one type of halogen atoms. So, how to write IUPAC name of those different types of compounds? Next one, another compound CH2 double bond CHCl. Already I mentioned about this compound. This is first carbon atom, this is second carbon atom. It is chloroethyl. Chloroethyl, commonly known as vinyl chloride. One important thing to be remembered about this compound does not undergo substitution reactions. This compound does not undergo substitution reactions. In detail we will discuss about this one in case of its properties. Substitution reaction is not possible in this compound, that is going to be chloroethyl compound. And another compound CH2 double bond CH2, this is going to be Cl. Even this compound already I have mentioned. This is first, second, third carbon atom. So 1, 2, 3. Next one, first chlorine atom is present on the first carbon atom. So 1 chloro, this is compound containing halogen. Double bond is also present here. When double bond is present, this is third one. It is 3-chloropropene. 3-chloropropene, that is a IUPAC name. Commonly, this compound is known as allyl chloride. Allyl chloride. Here also double bond is there, but both double bond as well as the corresponding halogen atom are present in the first carbon atom, so there is no question of that exception. But here it should be first and double bond 1, 2, 3, so dichloropropane, that is commonly called as allyl chloride compound. And another compound, if you go with this compound CH3CHCl, and this is going to be Cl, it is a dihaloalkane. It is known as 1,1 dichloroethane compound. 1,1 dichloroethane, because both halogen atoms are present in the same first carbon atom, 1,1 dichloroethane. And what is the common name of this compound? It is ethylidene chloride. Common name is going to be ethylidene chloride. Same compound, if I mention CH3, CH2, CH, this is Cl, this is Cl. What should be the common name of this compound? Common name of this compound, here 2 carbon atoms were there, so ethylidene. Here 3 carbon atoms are present, so it is called as propylidene. Similarly, in case of aromatic compounds also we have benzylidene, like that we have to use. Next, another compound CH3, this one CH, this is CH2, this is CH2, this is Cl, this is Cl. What's the difference between these two compounds? This is an example for gem dihalide, this is an example for vicinal dihalide. Here both the halogen atoms are present in the same, here present in the adjacent carbon atom. So the complete name of this compound 1, 2, either you can name 1, 2, that makes no difference. 1, 2 dichloroethane. 1, 2 dichloroethane, that is a IUPAC name of this compound, and common name of this compound is going to be, it is ethylene dichloride. Ethylene dichloride. Common name ethylene dichloride. While writing IUPAC name, you have to use chloro, bromo, fluoro, like that. But in case of common system of nomenclature, we have to use chloride, bromide, iodide, etc. Concentrate on that particular part. So next, if we go with some other compounds containing aromatic substituents. Even in examination, they make you any particular compound. Usually in examination, in competitive examination, such type of simple compounds will not be there. Compounds containing polyfunctionals, compounds containing halogen, aldehyde or carboxylic acid, like that compound will be there. We will discuss about those compounds once after completion of all the functional groups. Next one, if you go with another compound, that is the compound, very simplest aromatic halogen compound, it is known as chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene. Both common system as well as IUPAC system is going to be chlorobenzene itself, and this compound is known as Cl, and this is going to be Cl. 1, 2 dichloro, next benzene. 1, 2 dichlorobenzene. Suppose if I go with another particular simple compound, this is Cl, it is Cl, this is Cl. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5 trichlorobenzene. 1, 3, 5 trichlorobenzene. It is also called as symmetrical trichlorobenzene. Symmetrical trichlorobenzene. Suppose if you go with another compound where this one, hybridization of the carbonate of this compound belongs to sp2 hybridized carbon atom category. Here it is belonging to sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Now this compound is commonly known as, common name of this compound is going to be benzyl chloride. Benzyl chloride. When it is called as benzyl, if this substituent group is present, it is commonly called as benzyl. If it is going to be C6H5 only, it is known as phenyl. Only C6H5, phenyl. If it is C6H5CH2, next it is commonly known as benzyl group. Benzyl group. Like that, if it is going to be C6H5CH and C6H5C, there are different names. We will consider that particular compounds also. Benzyl group. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? Here on this particular carbon atom, there are two substituents. One is chloro, next one is going to be phenyl. We have to consider this carbon atom separately. So it is chloro. First one, it is chloro. Cl is present on this carbon atom, chloro. This group is called as phenyl. Chlorophenyl methane. Chlorophenyl methane is the complete IUPAC name of this common compound, that is commonly known as benzyl chloride. Chloro is because of this Cl, phenyl is because of this particular aromatic group, and methane is only because of one particular compound. Next one, when we come across with the compounds, that is Cl, this compound CH, this is Cl, next one Cl. Here two halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom. Two halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom. Now this particular compound is named as. So this is the halogen. This is the same halogen atoms are present on a single carbon atom. 1 comma 1 dichloro. 1 comma 1 dichloro phenyl. Phenyl. Next one is going to be methane. 1 comma 1 dichlorophenyl methane. So that is the IUPAC name of that aromatic compound. Again, if you are having any type of doubts related to these compounds, if you get another particular compound, you can raise that doubt about the nomenclature or any particular part. Next one, some compound CHCl3. I will expert this particular compound. This is hydrogen, it is Cl, this is Cl, and this is going to be Cl. CHCl3 commonly it is called as chloroform, and totally there are three halogen atoms are present. It is trichloromethane. Methane is because of single carbon atom, so it is called as trichloromethane, and commonly it is called as chloroform. Chloroform. Next one, another compound, that is CCl4. CCl4, where all the four hydrogen atoms are replaced by chlorine atom. CCl4 compound, it is tetrachloromethane. Why it is called as tetrachloromethane? Tetra is because of four chlorine atoms, tetrachloro. Meth is because of single carbon atom, and A is because of only single bond. Suppose if I go with another particular compound, that is the derivative of halogen itself, which is going to be used widely. This is carbon Cl, this is Cl, this is Cl, and this is going to be H. What is the IUPAC name of this compound containing totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 halogen atoms, 5 chlorine atoms? What is the IUPAC name of common name as well as IUPAC name? So this is the one of the structure of important compound. I already have mentioned about this one, that is a DDT, dichloro diphenyl. The complete name is going to be dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. Why it is called as dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane? That's just a concept I will explain. Dichloro first. These are the two chlorine atoms present on this benzene nucleus. Dichloro. Dichloro diphenyl. This is the corresponding phenyl group. Dichloro diphenyl. These are the two chlorine atoms, so it is dichloro. This is the two phenyl group, that is diphenyl. Trichloro. Trichloro is mainly because of these three chlorine atoms. This is completely trichloro. So dichloro diphenyl. Next one is going to be trichloro. Why it is called as ethane? Ethane is because of these two corresponding carbon atoms, which are considered as longest chain. So these two, because of the presence of these two carbon atoms, it is commonly called as ethane. But actually, this is not the IUPAC name. This is a just common name of this DDT compound. Common name of this DDT compound. What is the IUPAC name of this compound DDT? As well as already have mentioned about one more compound in classification of compounds. I mentioned about that compound Cl. This is Cl. This is Cl. This is Cl. Next one, it is Cl. This is Cl, and this is also Cl. So this is also another halogenated compound containing totally how many chlorine atoms? Totally 8 chlorine atoms. So what is the IUPAC name of DDT and what is the complete IUPAC name of these two compounds? Today we will stop our discussion here only. So try to try to find out the IUPAC name of this compound as well as this particular compound. Tomorrow we will start the class with the IUPAC name of DDT as well as IUPAC name of this particular compound containing 8 chlorine atom. After completion of that one, we will discuss about the preparation of haloalkanes, First, nature of carbon halogen bond. Next one is the preparation of haloalkanes. Probably tomorrow we may concentrate on preparation of haloalkanes by number of methods. Afterwards, properties of haloalkanes and properties of haloarenes we have to discuss. And here we come across two important mechanism also, that is SN1 mechanism and SN2 mechanism. As far as MCET is concerned, SN1 and SN2 mechanism plays very important role. In addition to that, we have even another two type of reaction, that is E1 and E2 reactions. And these particular haloalkanes, in case of haloalkanes and haloarenes, we come across with the elimination reactions also. So as far as elimination reactions are concerned, we have to concentrate on E1 and E2 reactions with their mechanism. Here we come across with substitution reactions, elimination reactions, action with the metals. So many named reactions also we have in case of these haloalkanes and haloarenes. So thank you one and all for watching this video based on haloalkanes and haloarenes. Tomorrow we will continue with the nomenclature, remaining these two nomenclature as well as methods of preparations of haloalkanes. Thank you one and all.
ಇದು ನೋಡಿ